Yeah, Friday, I want to give you one of those guys, but I don't know if they have it. Yeah,
Where is the
both sides.
is it supposed to be this? Why would they go there?
Good evening, welcome to the weekly Shiur of Zera Shimshon. Tonight is Leil Shishi Parsha Nasso. Or the Yud, or the Sivim, Tavshin Pei Hey. Interesting, this Sefer Zera Shimshon is about Zera, about children. This week's Parsha, in a few pieces, talk about the Indian of having children. Talk a lot about the story of Shmuel Hanavi and Chana. It comes in because we have the Parsha of Soita, and we have in Chazal that Chana said that she will say she'll be Soita if you don't give her children. So this is how I think this is how these pieces come in. So we'll learn this fascinating piece. Ois, hey, here. In Parsha Nasso, Ois say, Perkei de Brachos. In the 5th Perk of Brachos, the Pasuk says that Shmuel Hanavi, the son of Chana, Ois gebet the kind from Chana, was inside the Beis Hamikdash, and they shechted the power, and this was a psak of Shmuel, and he passed on this without asking Eli HaKohen. He says, Shchitik Sheir Bazar, and Eli HaKohen said, Meima Shafik Amris, you good, what you say? Mia Marloch Rabbi at, but you did a terrible sin. Passed on something when there was a Rebbe over here, Eli HaKohen was here, therefore, V'chomoira Loch Rabbi Chamisa. Says Eli HaKohen, we have to eliminate Shmuel. And his mother came crying, Chana came crying, and she says, I davened for this child, and there's Palalti, don't do this to him. Kasha. Kivachi there, Eli Bezer Nar. Eli knew. Shekamat Filas was Achnunin Isratza Kela Chana Le'imoy. He knew this is a Ben Yochid. He knew the whole history. Oila Rachmanov. Kalshkein, Shacham Shmachal, Kevoide, Kevoide Machal. And Kasha. Why are you so harsh with this kid, Shmuel, little kid Shmuel? You know, there's mother davened so much for him. So what's it all about? Yeshloima. And he was moichel is covered. He wanted to show that he's not moichel. Why? He wanted to rebuke Chana. He asked me, my honor. Okay, there's such a thing called being moichel, forgiving. It's a good thing to be moichel people. But you and Michael, Penina, you are the Taina against Penina. Every time a child was born to Chana, Meister Shneim Shel Penina, state Medrash. Penina lost children because of her Kapeda. You were Michael. So therefore I'm trying to show Mechila is something you don't understand. Now you want me to be Michael. That was the question that Eli HaKohen asked Chana. That was the Musa.
How old was Shmuel Navi?
2.5.
Right. So how's he Machal with
That's a good cash. Yeah. She voiced so she answered. This was the kasha against Chana. Why would you move? She answered, Chai nafshech. Adoni, Ania Isha, Anitzeves, Im Chabozeh. What's the answer? What's she swearing? Chai nafshi. What's this shwur? Matzah v'shwurzu. Look, I'm who you there. He knows that this is the woman, this is Chana. You have to swear. Ela shratze ledila b'shwur. She wanted to tell Eli HaKohen, shekavanas Penina lehoitza ela aknita l'shem shemayim. I know that Penina meant l'shem shemayim. K'mosh Amar Chazal, v'ein shaykh kamachila. There's no Avera. There's no Mechila, there's no Avera. She meant good. And he is Shab was that. Say the Loima. You know how I davened so hard? It actually worked. The tactic of Penina worked. Bab is there, because she used to insult me. You saw how profoundly I was touched and how deeply I davened was because of her. It's not my Kepeda, she did nothing wrong. Why did her children die? Nothing to do with this. She said, I wanted the basket to be in the sky. Everybody knows the basket that said there's going to be a child called Shmuel. Also, there is Shmuel and Lavi. Why he should have said Yishma, what Ayitin Hashem li Eshalasi. Kichana is Absa Vashala Bekel Bonim. Balzes Palo Olive Protis. Kinama Loida Shama Tefalasi. Not only listen to Tefillah, have children, but Nosli Zer, Nosli Shloisha Barachirim, the Mala Shelasi. Shem even gave more than she asked for. Okay. Then Toima, I'll get to the important piece. What's the understanding of this Pnina that shepherd Chana, that she should daven? Wouldn't have Chana daven without being heard by Pnina? Why do you have to have Pnina to insult her and hurt her feelings? She would have done it anyway. What did she help? There's a double lotion. There's a double pain. What's a double pain? Third question. She used to always insult Chana when they went up to Beis Hamikdash. Why then was she busy insulting Chana? Three important questions, very important terrors. First question is, why do you have to insult her? She would have done it herself. Second question was, what's a double lotion? Third, why Dafka went up to Beis Hamikdash? Yes, Oimrim. Yes, Loima. The Gemara says in Brachas, when a person davens, he has to be serious about his tefillah. How do you know that? He maras nefesh. Chana davened when she was broken. But his palo, that's your right for everybody that davens has to daven in such a manner. That's why they gave her a heta to daven like that. Maybe you should only daven with simcha. Maybe you should only daven when you are joyous. Who said that's daven when you're meriras? Chana did it because Chana never. She was a broken soul. How she efshal is palmat simcha. Aval shabane adam and adam. Master Gemara begili berada. Oh, so you see Chana davened in a way we wouldn't think that's the way to daven. She was davening for children. Her husband said that she means more to him than 10 children. So she wasn't so broken. She would have davened. It wouldn't have been from such a hard place. And it was a real thing. It was a real comfort. She wanted to break her a little bit. She should daven with merirus, in pain. It was there, with that, the tefillah will be heard. Maybe that won't help. Maybe the shepherd won't help. Maybe, she'll get insulted, but she knows she has to cut out the husband. And she won't feel that merirus, that pain. So she had a Shiur of insulting. And that's a double lotion. That's a double lotion. I like this piece. You may have the cash adrava. How can you do that? A person that's down and depressed can't daven. Ain't floss a karoi. And I'm the spell with you have to have simcha to daven. You can't be depressed when you daven. The Penina knew this. The Penina during the year wouldn't insult her. Only midday likes the Beit Hashem. When she came at Oile Regel, then she started her tactics. Why? She in Oilim Nespala Elam Tech Simcha Shol Mitzvah. the biggest simcha is simcha shel mitzvah. Va'az oisla simcha shel mitzvah, but simcha haregel. In Yanta, everybody's in a good mood. Yanta, the simcha shel mitzvah, v'makim kadosh, v'yes v'roi lechalek as b'nei Hashem. Good time to daven. Then you have the combination. You have the simcha shel mitzvah on one hand, and you have the tzar. Okay, that's a good tefillah. But just to be down in the dumps, nah, that's not an option. That's the tefillah. You have to have simcha. So that's why she waited on Yontif. When in Yontif we have the simcha, and then she'll have this combination. Then you have a simcha with ra'ada. I'm the camera near Isha, and it's having a bazeh. Nina Carmel is fuzeh. I'm this lady that means Penina caused. I should have this. Don't have tinies on Penina. No, it wasn't Moichel. There's nothing to be Moichel about. She did nothing wrong. She did the Shem Shemayim. If it's true that Penina didn't lahachis to hurt her, there's like the kind of a sinner. Lama tifki, lama toichli. Al-Qadr told her, oh, why are you so upset? Why are you crying? Why are you not eating? Adler, Penina. Al-Qadr had two wives, Chana and Penina. Penina goes and insults Chana. And he says, Chana, why are you in bad mood? Should that be a husband's response? She told Penina, excuse me, please speak nicely to Chana. Didn't do that. Voidem came, Lama Tivki, Shasibas of Readers, what why crying? And about it, it's clear. Why get it so broken? Calm down. You won't be able to daven. Lama Tivki, eat, simcha. You have to have the combination. It was Yantav. Make sure you have the simcha, and then you can have the tzam together. You can poil the grace Yeshuas. Like get it brought up, that's why he told Kana, you're going overboard. You have to get the balance right. The more you decide is take a piece. When I'm down to the Eibishter, you have to make sure to have the balance. We have a simcha, if this Shem simcha, together with all the tzar and agam nefesh. That's how you daven. Those tefillahs on the scabbles, the Eibishter help them. Other tefillahs for all these kinda on the scabble bear, and then we should be on the zeich to Yeshuas, Refuas, and Spusav and Zera Shimshon Yoga by day about Kali Sora. Glad to catch them. It's going to go from the Zakas to be here when the rates of Nemar. I'll let it start to go. Yago, where we are there.